Hello and welcome back to our Parent and Child series. We have shown our sugarcane farm yesterday with the minimalistic approach to the flying machine and with a very low footprint, and we have extended it to a bamboo farm on the other side of it, again with a very low footprint, and we're using the same hopper clock signal for the sugarcane farm and the bamboo farm. So basically we have a back-to-back farm for sugarcane and bamboo. And in a few seconds, yep, we'll start. You can see it doesn't matter that the left-hand side is much bigger than the right-hand side, and if we hurry up we can see the bamboo vanishing when the hopper minecart picks it up. So it's the same design and the same construction as for the sugarcane farm. We have the trapdoor reacting to the redstone signal, thereby triggering the observer underneath it, and then we have the docking station on the other side, consisting of a trapdoor, a repeater, and an obsidian block with redstone. And you will see in a few seconds when the observer clicks into the trapdoor, it triggers a signal to the repeater, and that gives a circuit, and then the trapdoor is triggered and releases the flying machine. This is a very simple and a very effective way of using the flying machine. Yep, you can see the trapdoor was triggered, and that makes the flying machine return. And we have two different transportation systems here down there, because in case we want to extend, I had to make it a little bit zombie and monster secure. You see here is the circuit for the sugarcane, which is collected by the hopper minecart, and here is the hopper minecart for the bamboo. The only difference is the bamboo one doesn't need a piston because there's not that much bamboo to pick up, and the 4 rails are enough to unload the hopper minecart. You can see the redstone blocks give the signal for the minecart, and so that the powered rails can just move it. And here it goes. And above one block is the bamboo. And here above one block is the sugarcane. Unfortunately, the sugarcane which is on the dirt blocks and not in the water will not be collected. So we are missing a few of the sugarcane. But still we have made quite a few. Yep, you can see we are approaching 2/3 of as a chest, a double chest, which isn't too bad. Yeah, and here we are using a piston to stop the minecart because there's more sugarcane to pick up, and if the minecart isn't blocked in, then the time to unload is just not enough. So that would make the minecart fill up over time, and then it will not collect the sugarcane anymore. So this is the hopper clock which we have set up. No, this isn't. That is. This is a hopper clock which we have set up yesterday. So you have two pair of hopper. The ones in the outside are the static ones, which are filled 16 less than the maximum. So 320 would be the maximum amount you could fit into it. So it's 16 less than the 320, which gives the signal, which gives us enough time to catch up with the signal. And those signals are compared. The one with the static amount of 304 and the ones which are in the center, which have a little bit more than 320 in them, because they are constantly shifted from one side to the other. So you can see now this one is adding up, and once it has reached round about 300, it will trigger the signal from the comparator to the piston, and will move the redstone block to the other one, which now fills up. And the one which isn't locked anymore is unloading into the locked one. And this signal not only triggers the redstone block, but the redstone block also triggers the signal for the flying machines. So this gives us enough time for the plants to grow. You see, that's why it's so important to keep the farm safe. There are a lot of mobs out here. Yep, so this signal an awful lot of mobs, and I had a few creeper in the farm, so I had to really make it safe. And so that redstone signal then goes to the flying machines via the redstone dust and triggers the trapdoors. And those trapdoors, the movements are recognized by the observers. And here you see, off they go, and the docking station, and now you can see how it picks up the, yep, almost gone, whoop, and everything is gone. And that is the docking station, one obsidian block with redstone on it, an observer with the face to the flying machine, a repeater set to 1 tick delay, so 2 ticks delay, so to 1, the setting to 1 setting, not 0, 1, so 2 ticks delay, and the trapdoor, so that the flying machine can nicely fit underneath the trapdoor. And here you have the same setup, exactly the same, with the same docking station also triggered with 2 ticks. So very easy, not very large, has a nice footprint, and you see the bamboo is growing really, really fast. And that gives you a source for fuel, because 2 bamboo make a stick, and if you have 6 sticks and combine it with string, then you have a very good fuel source. Here you can see the minecart going around, and one scaffolding will smelt 16 items. So that is our back-to-back sugarcane bamboo farm. That is really fun. It was fun to set it up, and it is really fun watching it work. Yeah, you see, there's a bit of fine-tuning so that the flying machine fits into the wall, because we have no water in here. That means we can just build the put the bamboo right back to the wall, whereas here we have the water running, which means we have to leave 1 row free, and that's why we had the docking station a little bit further in front. Yeah, I'm really happy. Liam did a good job in building the flying machine. I repeated his work today on the other side, and I have to admit it took me much longer. But of course it was also pretty difficult to fit the other one in so that it could use the same hopper clock signal. Yeah, Next thing will be our storage system, as I said yesterday. So here you can see the piston lock in action again. So because of the amount of sugarcane, it will not be sufficient time to unload above the powered rails. So we have to block the rail cart with a piston, and the trigger for that is the rail, and that gives the signal just to an extender, and from the extender we send it into the piston directly once, and then onto a loop from where it comes, returns, and then pulls the piston back. Yeah, that is our sugarcane bamboo farm. I mean, you can't have it much smaller than that. And it's still sufficient outcome for trading, and if you can see the downside of we have one spot where it isn't picked up because of the design, but that could be altered if we really wanted, but it is not necessary at the moment. It is working pretty well. We have enough sugarcane coming through the door. Okay, so that is our combined back-to-back farm, and the next thing will be a spider farm, because it is nice to have, oops, sorry, that was the wrong direction as always. It is nice to have a spider farm if you have bamboo, because as I said, if you can combine 6 bamboo sticks with a string, then you have a much better fuel source than taking the sticks alone. Taking the pure sticks. So here is our experimental base with our spawn point, and next to the spawn point we are building the storage system. Oops, here we are. So that is our original spawn point, where we had our first hideout, and now we are building the storage system. And it will not be gigantic as well. We think that will be sufficient for us. We are only wanting storage for villager trading and to have some resources if we want to build something bigger than normal. And we are experimenting with transportation already, as you can see. So we have built a prototype of transportation for the storage, and we will see if we can manage. So the plan is to have some kind of piston system with as little redstone as possible, And if that doesn't work like we want to, then it will be the usual water transportation system. And for our different bases, we have connected everything via caves, and then we will use nether portals to make the journey times quicker. But that is the program for the next 3 to 4, 5 weeks. We hope you enjoy our playing together. And of course, it's not all. Liam has built the underwater garden here. So that looks really nice. It's not always only building, we also do some fighting and yep. So he has built his barbecue, and we have a good view over the ocean, as you can see. Our sun loungers, of course, and we have our study and our own art gallery. Yeah. So what the main purpose is that we can have tasks which we focus on, and that we compromise on what we want to do and what we want to achieve, and then of course we always compromise how we do it. But I've done a lot of Lego EV3 with Liam's older brother, who is just doing his A-levels at the moment. So it is basically Minecraft, if you do the redstone stuff. It's basically Lego without stepping on the bricks and without having to clean up the room afterwards. It is the same. Liam is very good at making redstone now, as good as his brother was in doing the EV3 stuff. We once did a machine which was able to solve the Rubik's Cube, and it worked. So yep, thanks for watching, and if you like it, please like and subscribe, and see you again. Next thing will be the spider farm and the string farm, and the storage system. Thank you very much. See you again.